I'm Cassandra.
Standing in my apartment, the silence is deafening, broken only by the distant hum of the city and the fading sobs of my sister in the hallway. The paper shredder sits beside the table, filled with strips of what were once dreams and hopes for my family. It's a stark reminder of the moment I finally cut ties with the toxic relationships that had been holding me back. A month ago, I was on top of the world, quite literally. I stood on the rooftop of a spire in Manhattan, the city stretching out below me like a glittering promise.
It was 4 p.m.
And in just 4 hours, I would be announced as the youngest partner in my law firm's history. I had worked tirelessly for this moment, sacrificing weekends and evenings, all in the hopes of making my family proud. I had prepared 2 special gifts for my parents and my sister, Lily. One envelope contained a retirement savings plan that would allow my parents to travel the world, something they had always dreamed of. The other held a full ride scholarship for Lily to study fashion design at a prestigious school in Paris, a dream she had talked about since she was a teenager. But then, my phone buzzed. A bank alert showed a $3,000 charge at a tacky beach club called the Tropical Paradise. Moments later, a text from my mom arrived, saying that Lily was having a panic attack and needed a quiet place to heal. I knew the Tropical Paradise well. It was a place where young people went to party, not to find peace. The realization hit me like a ton of bricks. They had chosen to party with my money instead of celebrating my biggest achievement. It wasn't about the money. It was the contempt, the fact that they valued a cheap party over me. The restaurant manager, Mr. Thompson, approached me, asking if we should clear the family table. I couldn't let the managing partner, Mr. Harris, see me sitting alone. It would have undermined all my hard work. So, I decided to invite my junior associates to sit at the head table instead. I called my assistant, Mia, and told her to bring everyone up to the VIP level. They arrived, and when I explained the situation, they were understanding and supportive. Jenkins even made a joke about getting the good champagne, which made me laugh for the first time since the texts arrived. Nana, my grandmother, was a rock throughout this. When I called her, she was furious on my behalf. She promised to be there in an hour, wearing her elegant gray suit that exuded class and authority. As the evening went on, Mr. Harris arrived. When he asked about my family, Nana stepped in and gave a brilliant explanation, saying that they were dealing with an emergency. She also made it clear that she was the one who had instilled in me the values of excellence and integrity. Mr. Harris was impressed and laughed, saying that Nana's answer was the finest he'd heard in years. During my speech, I decided to be honest. I told everyone about the message I'd received and how I discovered my family's betrayal. I then looked around at all the people who had chosen to be there and realized that true family is about those who share your vision, not just your blood. The crowd erupted in applause, and I felt a sense of liberation. The next day, an influencer at the party, Laura, posted a video comparing my elegant celebration to Lily's drunken party at the Tropical Paradise. The video went viral, and my family started bombarding me with calls and texts, not to apologize, but to complain about how I'd embarrassed them. I decided to have a family meeting. I prepared all the financial records, showing how much I'd supported them over the past 3 years. I also set up the paper shredder next to the table, ready to destroy the gifts I'd prepared for them. When they arrived at my apartment, my mom immediately criticized my minimalist decor. Nana was there, sitting at the head of the table, watching them like a judge. When I brought up what had happened, my mom tried to shift the blame, but Nana cut her off. I showed them the envelopes with the gifts, but before I gave them away, I explained how they had chosen the party over these dreams. Then, one by one, I shredded the retirement savings plan and the scholarship voucher. My sister was hysterical, and my parents were in shock. I also presented them with the financial records, showing that I had supported them to the tune of $250,000 over 3 years. I then informed them that I was cutting off all financial support and withdrawing as the guarantor for Lily's lease. My mom tried to guilt-trip me, saying that family is forever, but I told her that family is who shows up. And they hadn't. I pointed to the door, and they left, leaving me in the silence of my apartment. Nana hugged me and told me I'd done the right thing. And now, a month later, I'm living a life free from the burden of trying to buy love. I'm building a future with people who truly care about me, like Nana, Mia, and my junior associates. I'm at an Italian restaurant with Nana now. She looks at me and says I seem different. I tell her I feel lighter, like the weight of dead expectations has finally fallen off my shoulders. We raise our glasses to family, the real kind. And as I look out at the twinkling lights of Manhattan, I know that the future belongs to me, and I'm ready for it.